Hey guys, this is Karthikeya Kantwal from Apex Finso and I'm back with your daily dose of analysis for tomorrow's trading session. That is the 3rd of November. But before we move on to what's new, as usual, coming about the triggers that we had yesterday. So we had two triggers today, which was M&M Fin, a short and long on Maruti. Both of them gave the targets of 1%, really clean, nice trades. And the indices, Bank Nifty gave a good strong breakout after the gap. It continued pulling because almost all the constituents were continuously pushing in that same direction, which is in the favor of the bulls. I guess one of the reason was some stimulation was going to come. I don't exactly know what, and the other, of course, being HDFC results, which beat the estimate by quite a handsome amount. And on the other side, Nifty is particularly sluggish right now. Mostly, I believe, because of Reliance, because it's a big, as you all know, it's heavyweight in that particular index. There are some health concerns towards Mr. Mukesh Ambani. I don't know how true or kitna sach hai, kitna nahi hai, but still, I don't really know what's going on there. There's no confirmed news or confirmed source as of now, or at least none that I'm aware of. If you're aware of something, let me know in the comment section below. Now moving on to the new trades for tomorrow's trading session. The first one that we have is HCL Tech, where we're going to go for a short position because, as you can see, it is making a clear. Well, there are lower highs in the microstructure, and on the other side, there's also a smooth rounding top pattern. The neckline of the pattern comes out to be at 800, but still, we are not, we are not considering that for an immediate trade trigger. Right now, we're going for a roll reversal and swing high based trade. Short at 840. Stop loss at 850 and ideal targets 1% on the downside. Moving on to the next, Axis Bank. Axis Bank has a fresh breakout of the swing high. Isme the gap was not as big. If you were checking on ICICI Bank, it had a big gap and then continued pushing higher. But यहाँ पे the gap is not big, so the chances of this move being sustained are quite a bit higher, relatively speaking. So we're going to go for a long at a pullback trade, entry at 515 at previous swing highs, stop loss at 509 and ideal targets 1% on the upside. The third one is Tata Steel, where we are going to go for a short position because fresh lower highs are in the making. It has not made a higher high today. The short entry is planned at support turn resistance now at 406, stop loss at 411 and ideal targets 1% on the downside. Funny thing, we had a trade today at 400 as well. It wasn't on the watch list, but it was there on our side. We took a long at 400 and target of 1% was met. But still, tomorrow it's a short at 406, stop loss at 411 and ideal targets 1% on the downside. Moving on to the third, it's Mindtree. Mindtree again, just like Tata Steel, is a short, with the planned entry being because of roll reversal and swing high points at 1350, stop loss at 1365 and ideal targets 1% on the downside. The final one on the equity side is Pale. Now Pale had a big retracement, not really a retracement, but rather a complete reversal of the sell off that it had from on 27th and 28th. Pura ka pura, it has been cancelled out and it should be back on its way up again. It has reclaimed a strong solid support at 1275. That is exactly where we're going to be planning a trade. Long at 1275, stop loss at 1260 and ideal targets 1% on the upside. Now coming to the indices, starting with the first one, Nifty. Yesterday too, Nifty had closed on a zone. I told you zone K, either you can go trades at the nearest zone or the upper zone, and you had quite a lot of opportunities there. But for tomorrow again, we have a similar closing, more or less at pretty much the same standpoint that we have. We closed before at 11,637 and now it's 11,652. I have a similar view on Nifty. Go above, long above 11,700 and short under 11,600. That is a pretty conservative way to trade it. If you're being aggressive, you can go for ping pong trades between 700 and 600. Now from the option chain, we have immediate resistance at 11,800, pretty far away, with 102,000 added contracts. Significant at 11,900, even farther away with 133,000 added contracts. On the support side, 11,700 with 120,000 added contracts. It's a bit higher, but that's where supports have. That's where the put contracts have been added. So just going by the option chain, it seems plausible that Nifty might try to reclaim 11,700 tomorrow. On significant support is 11,500 with 444,000 added contracts. The PCR comes out to be at a bearish 0.86, but it doesn't really matter. This is the PCR of volume. It's just a general sentiment indicator. That's all. Moving on to Bank Nifty. Now Bank Nifty, we have shortage of zones again as we had previously. We had a very strong zone at 24,800, which has been broken pretty well, violently, to keep it simple. And pullback bhi aaya hai, and right now the role reversal is pretty much confirming. So the logical thing says that you can go for long near 24,700, 24,800 if you're being aggressive, or very conservative long near 24,500. But that is pretty far away. I don't think it's going to come soon. So Bank Nifty made no aggressive shorts whatsoever. The option chain comes at a resistance with 25,000 with just 40,000 added contracts. Significant at 25,500 with negative change, but total 500,000 standing contracts. The support is 24,500 with 354,000 added contracts. Significant support coming in at 24,200 with 217,000 added contracts. So the puts have been written a lot more aggressively with respect to the, relatively speaking, to the calls that have been written. But that seems obvious considering the kind of strength with which it went up today. So let's see. I do not want to take any short positions on Bank Nifty as of now, especially not until it breaks 24,500. As long as it sustains above that, it's definitely a long on pullbacks. Now this marks the end of today's video, guys. This is all that I had to discuss with you guys. These are all the charts that I had for you. If you want the watchlist trades, if you want the charts for the indices tomorrow while you're trading, you can get them all at the rate Apex Finso on Telegram, which is our channel. If you haven't seen us, definitely give us a join the channel and turn on the notifications there if you haven't already. As usual, show us some love on the channel here on YouTube. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment something nice, and press that bell notification icon too. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a really good green trading session tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye.